Thank you very much, Bjorn, to invite us here. I had a lot of pleasure being here. Unfortunately, I couldn't understand everything that everyone said, so I hope that I will not say again something that was already discussed. Let me take just a few minutes to introduce dimelo. We are a French company coming to Germany, so maybe you don't know us yet. So we help brands drive profitable conversation with their customers by organizing, managing customer communities and conversations that they can have with their customers on the web. So the positioning is we are in social media engagement, which is the participation of company to customer conversations. Most of the time we come after social media monitoring because maybe you see with monitoring that customers speak negatively maybe about your brand, and you have to do something about it. And the best way to do something about it is to engage in conversations, install your own conversation with your customers. What our customers are buying from us is basically a way to handle all the conversation that happens on social media and try to turn detractors into advocates. I said that yesterday, to convert consumers into loyal customers. So they try to wow their customers by providing a very good response, providing great social customer care to their customers, so that if you ask a question on Twitter, on Facebook, you have a quick, efficient reply, and you say, wow, this company is really reactive, they helped me a lot. And you do that publicly because everybody will see that you are happy with the company. You will become an advocate, an ambassador, and it will drive positive image about your brand. And the other part of it is use customer communities to reduce customer acquisition costs, mainly through SEO, because customer communities bring a lot of traffic to your site, and they are very near going to your shop. For example, if you are an e-commerce or if you have a classical brand, you can drive them then to your main site. Reduce customer service cost as well, because you can use your customer community as a way to provide answers, to help each other. You can also use customer community so that they ask questions to your experts internally. Your experts respond once to the question, and the question and the answer is available everywhere on the web, on Facebook, on Google, on mobile. So basically, you are creating a dynamic FAQ that is shared among all your users, so you answer only one time to a question and not every time that a new customer comes. So it reduces a lot customer service cost. And the goal is to optimize the customer lifetime value by providing a good social customer experience that we'll discuss in a moment. So we have two main products. One is called the Customer Community Platform to set up a customer community. We can do it on the web. Here an example with Danone in France. We can do it on Facebook with BNP Paribas. An example here on the mobile. We have one database, so basically the customer can interact through mobile, through Facebook, through the web, through Google, and they share the same information. The second line of product is called the Social Media Contact Center. So the Social Media Contact Center is how to handle the response of the enterprise to all the requests, complaints, questions that people have on social media. So with this tool, we aggregate content from your social media presence on different social media sites. We aggregate content from your own community platform if you have one. So it can be dimelo CCP, but it can be other platforms as well that you have set up from different vendors. And we aggregate also content coming from vertical forums. So for example, if you are BMW, you want to engage in conversation on motortalk.de, it would be possible as well. So we handle both the aggregation of these messages, but also the response. So we drive we route the messages to the right team internally. We reduce the noise, and they can respond very reactively to what people say on all those different sites, okay? So it's aggregation, it's routing, it's having a community manager or customer service agent respond very reactively. And the goal, again, is to provide a consistent quality of service for response to your customer. So I'm finished with dimelo. Just want to show a few examples about social customer experience, what the best brands are doing now for social customer experience. What is the experience that your customers have when going to your sites? What do they find? How can they interact with your brand? So a few examples here, quite simple at the beginning. For example, with Belgacom, we manage the wall, the Facebook wall. So through our tool, they are able to very efficiently respond to all questions that people have in comments or by posting things on your wall. With Meditel, which is a Moroccan telco, we do approximately the same. They have in Meditel a Facebook application to answer all questions that people have. So it will unpollute the wall with customer service question and put it on a specific Facebook application to handle that, so that your wall is more for promotional communication. Other examples of communities and the customer experience that you can have with those communities. If you go to the forum Woobies from Bouygues Telecom, another telco in France, you will be able to ask questions to 3 different populations. The first one will be other customers. Okay, so it can be other customers that are power users, that know how to use the products, and can help you resolve your problem, okay, and answer your question. The second population that can answer are the customer service representative of the telecommunication company. If there is a specific thing, a problem, personal problem that you have, they will answer first in public, then in private, exchange private messages with you to resolve your problem, and then in the end, you will say thank you, Bouygues Telecom, and that would be the reward of all this, because this thank you is a marketing message, okay, to all users. The third population that you can that is there, and that's very new, very innovative from Bouygues Telecom, is internal employees within the company that are volunteer to answer questions from customers. So it is internal experts that can answer to the customer directly. It is not their job function. They spend a few minutes, a few hours a week answering customer questions. And what is really great about that, it shows the expertise of Bouygues Telecom, but it also brings the customer internally in the company, because by responding to customer questions, the internal experts from different services, departments, can understand what the customer is thinking, are the problems. Okay, so it brings the customer in the center of the company. And Bouygues Telecom has now 200 employees that are responding to customer, and they will be to 500 at the end of the month. So it's also change management for the company to be even more aware of the customer needs. So that's providing good experience. You go to the Woobies site, you ask a question, you don't know who will answer, but someone from those 3 populations will answer. We do it with Canal+, which is a pay TV company. Other examples of the experience that you can bring to your customers on the web. With Peugeot, we did the Forum 208. When they launched the new car, the 208, they decided to open a forum with us so that regular internauts can go to this place and ask questions. ask question to who? To the 208 team. The guys that are the program manager, the guys that are taking care of the engines, the pricing, the different styling, etc. You could ask them questions directly, like if you were a journalist, okay? Like if you were press. It is direct contact between customers and the internal employees that are responsible for the 208 launch, for the 208 program. So it gives a sense, as a internaut, if I go to the site, it gives a sense that Peugeot is near my needs. I can interact with the real guys that are responsible for different decisions. I can have a very strong experience asking a question to the program lead of the 208, and the program lead answering my questions is a very strong experience, okay? And if I have this experience, or if I read the experience that someone has had with him, it creates an emotional link between me and the brand. And there is a lot of probability that when I choose a car, I choose more the 208 than the Clio in France, because I had this emotional link to the real person within Peugeot that are responsible for the car. Great social customer experience. Another very good social customer experience is if you are a VIP customer from Barclays Bank in France, you will have access to a private site called Cercle Premier. With all your peers, there are about 5,000 VIP customers there, and they have a specific access to experts from Barclays to ask them questions about real estate, about stock markets, about the subject that they are interested in. So it complements the relationship that they have with their branch office advisor, with the fact that they can have more complex questions to the headquarters. So basically, it provides a full service, a premium service to those customers, VIP customers. On that site, you can also suggest ideas or give feedback to Barclays about their iPhone application, for example. Okay? So this is a privileged communication between VIP customers and the brand. It's in private, so it stays in a very club-like environment. So providing, again, a very interesting customer experience. Other examples, quickly, from Auchan. Auchan is a big hypermarket. It's a very big company in France. They have launched a new product line called Mieux Vivre. It's about bio food, food for health, good nutrition. So they have a line of products they sell in their shops, in their big hypermarket. And basically, they wanted to catch the community of people interested by those subjects. So what they did is a site, a community. So there's the main site. This is the part of the community. And this community, you have a magazine. So it's a blog about bio food, the different nutrition, the good health. They have a community, a self-support community, where you can ask questions about the problems that you have with your health, about are you having a good food habitude, just like that. You ask questions, and other people from the community will say, yes, you shouldn't eat this because it's bad for your heart, it's bad for your back, it's not good to do that. You can ask questions to other people in the community. You can give ideas to Mieux Vivre about new product that you would like them to introduce in their catalog because you didn't find the product in their shop, a bio product that you would like to buy from them. And you can also post recipes using bio products, okay, as a customer. So they provide different angle for the community to communicate with them. And the goal is to create a community of people interested by that. And the goal is to provide a full content to Google so that basically the people that search for biofood in Google will go to that site and be just one click away from the shop. Okay, so it's a search engine marketing with no cost, just by user-generated content. I will show you another example with Auchan, just there. So for example, this is a recipe that a user posted. And what we did with them here, quite interesting, is that with the content of the recipe, we were able to check what product in their shop was used in the recipe. And automatically here, we will have the products that is in the recipe turning there. So if you're interested by this recipe, you can see the product and click there and be directly to the shop, and we'll have a new version where you click there and put it in your basket directly. Okay, so you look for a recipe about pancakes in Google. You go to that site. You are interested because it's using bio products. You click there, and the product is in your basket. Last example with Manuton. Manuton is a e-commerce company that sells product for, I never know the word in English, but workmanship or to bricolage. I don't know, Holger, bricolage. No, you don't know. Bricolage word, do you know how to translate that? No? Okay. So it is you know, ladders, it is garage doors, it is things to do some, to build new buildings. It is this kind of thing. So very technical product if you want to do the job yourself instead of hiring someone, if you want to have a new wall, if you want to do things in your house, for example. So the problem there is that people are very frightened to buy a product that may be 500 euros, but they don't know if the product will really match to their needs, okay? So it's difficult to put it in the basket. They are a bit anxious about it, and to make them more comfortable, they have installed this site with experts from the company that are responding pre-sales questions. So when you think about the product, you don't know exactly if it matches your need, you will be able to ask the question to an expert so that you respond quickly, and see if the others have asked questions about this product, and read their questions, read the answer, and be more comfortable about your purchase. So these are examples of, in different sectors, of the customer experience that you can provide to your social customers. And in the same, it can be available on the web, on Facebook, on mobile. So it's important to provide a great social customer experience because it drives sales, it reduces cost, it reduces customer acquisition cost, and basically the goal, again, is to wow the customer, okay? The customers are your best ambassadors, okay? So you need to wow them. And how to do that? A great social customer experience requires what? It requires something like an event like this. It requires a great place. Okay, this is a nice hotel, a nice place, so people are happy with it. So on the web, it's a nice community space, something that looks good, for example, this one. It requires an efficient way to handle conversations, okay? If people are all over the place, talking everywhere, it will not be very efficient. If you can provide groups, if you can manage the conversation very easily and match the needs of the user with your own internal resources, it will be much more efficient and the conversation will be productive. So here with the social media contact center of dimelo, a lot of our customers are providing that reactive that efficient, that satisfying response to the customer. And basically, this is even more important, I would say, that the look of the site. Okay, the look of the site is just, you know, the container, but what's important is how you handle conversation with your community manager, with your customer service representative. I go a little bit forward, and I like this slide about the relationship between customer service and marketing. If you want to provide a great social customer experience, you need to collaborate, okay? I know it's difficult because there are silos in companies, but basically it's much better if you collaborate. So an example of this from Gartner is very interesting. At this time, most companies do proactive marketing, so you push information messages to your community, to your customers or prospects, and reactive customer service. Okay, you have a problem, then the customer service comes. What Gartner says there, and I think we agree with that basically maybe it should be a bit of the other way around, okay? So customer service should be proactive in telling you the problems that you may face, okay, before you have them. And basically marketing should be maybe more reactive, depending on what you say, on what you do, the problems that you have, the question that you have, what you say on Facebook, Twitter, etc., then they will react to it and push you the right offer, the right information. Okay, it can change the way you think to provide a good customer experience. So this is something that is important. That's a journey, but it's important to begin to work together between customer care and marketing. This is the only way to provide a full, great customer experience. Okay, so now the outlook. I guess maybe I am a bit late, Bjorn, I don't know. To provide an outlook on the future, how to provide a great social customer experience when you're a big company. This is an example of a graph from a company that basically had a number of Twitter accounts, Facebook pages, etc., and have different services. And how do you handle the workflow to process the response, to give the right response to the customer? If I have sponsored something, or I have a promotional communication somewhere, and the guy in the comments says, my account, me with my billing, with my invoice, but you are not responsible for that. You are a marketer for your event, for example, or your promotional communication. How do you handle the response? It's complicated. It can be very complicated. So you have to find the right workflow. Imagine in the future, this is the Paris Underground. There is the Gare du Nord, which is the North Station. There's a lot of interconnection there between the underground, the railways, etc. A lot of interconnection. So if a customer has a problem there and expresses a problem on his mobile, okay, who will respond? Will it be the authority for underground? Will it be the line A, the line B, the line C? Will it be the railways? Who will respond? Okay, it's an interconnection point. So you can have it across your business lines. There can be interconnection points. Okay, is it this product line? Is it this business line that I have to respond? How would you handle that to provide the best, again, customer experience? Across brands, Procter & Gamble, okay? They have a lot of brands. Okay, how would they, do they make sure that they provide a consistent response, a quality of response across all the brands? Maybe this one is very good. They answer to Twitter in 5 minutes. This one answers to Twitter in 1 week. Is it okay? Across supply chain, here you have the Airbus, you have different providers. So you see a lot of different providers there. If I have a problem with the infotainment, you know, the TV set just in front of me, who is responding? Is it Lufthansa? Is it Airbus? Is it Thales? Is it Panasonic? How will it work? You know, it's new things. It's complicated, but on social media, the thing is, everything is public. So if you ask a question that is public, that has a lot of traffic, the other people agree with you that there is a problem there. Who will respond? So this is just outlook. Of course, it's not there yet, but I think the companies will have to answer those questions in the future. Again, the goal is to provide a great customer experience. And I would say that in the end, that what's important is consistency in the social response management, in the customer experience that you provide to your users. It must be consistent. You don't want to have a very good customer experience on the Monday, and on the Wednesday it's different. You don't want to have a good customer experience with a brand and with another it's not good. You don't want, if you are Adidas, that the customer experience is great in Germany but bad in France. Okay? You don't want the customer experience to be good because the community manager is good there, but if he's ill, it is very bad. Okay, so you want consistency. This is what creates the brand image. This is what creates a positive thinking about your company. This is what creates ambassadors that will recommend your brand across their networks. Okay, thank you very much.
So the outlook for social media activities is service orientation.
Yeah, we are more focused on this because we say that a lot of customers have problems or have questions. You must first deal with this I would say, to unpollute, like I said earlier, to provide a good ground for promotional communication. Because if you don't respond to customers, they are unhappy, they will pollute your promotional communication. They will say the other way around. You will say that my service is great, and they will say your service is bad. So basically, your marketing budget will be a bit lost by the fact that people will contradict what you say.
And while we engage with customers and try to get the services on those social networks, what is your prediction? What importance is those social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and so on for the service interaction, or your own platforms for your service interaction? So what is the future? Are we moving towards our own platforms again, as we did already in the earlier times of social media, where everybody, all the brands had their brand communities, and now then they went to Facebook, and now we're going back? Is that the future? Or is it a mixed?
Yeah, I'm not sure I got all the question, but from what I understand, you have to provide a framework, okay, for everybody in your company to provide a consistent quality of service, I guess, and they will use their own tools, their own source. Maybe some will use Facebook, some will use Twitter, some will use Google+, some will have their own branded community. But you have to provide a framework so that you do some quality assurance on the process of responding to customers. Okay. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. Are there any more questions? Thank you, Stéphane.
Thank you very much.